Assalamu alaikum, very good morning. The fundamental concept and assumption, separate entity concepts. The organized unit for which accounting record are maintained. ये क्या होता है? Proprietorship, partnership, corporations. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Cost principle. All the transactions are recorded at a historical cost. Historical cost is assumed to represent the fair market value of the item at the date of the transaction because it reflects the actual use of resource by independent parties. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Inflation, measurement issues, externalities. ये आपके पास मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है? द गोइंग कंसर्न अजम्पशन एन इंटाइटी विल हैव कंटेनिंग एग्जिस्टेंट फॉर द क्या होता है? फोर्सिबल फ्यूचर. वाई यूज एक्यूरल अकाउंटिंग? Generally accepted accounting principle, business required a periodic timely reporting. Accrual basis accounting better measure firms perform than does cash flow time. The time period concept. The life of a business is divided into distinct and relatively short time periods so that the accounting information can be timely, generally 12 months or less. 12 month या उससे कम होना चाहिए. How to define accrual accounting? A system of accounting in which revenue and expenses are recorded as they are earned and incurred, not necessarily when cash is received or paid. Provide a more accurate picture of a company's profitability. Statement users can make more information judgment concerning the company's earning potential. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है? अर्निंग प्रोसेस इज सब्सटेंशियली कंप्लीट. कैश हैज ईदर बीन कलेक्टेड और कलेक्शन इज क्या होता है? रीजनेबली एश्योर्ड. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है? कैश बेसिस अकाउंटिंग. रेवेन्यूज एंड एक्सपेंसेस आर रिकॉग्नाइज्ड ओनली व्हेन कैश इज रिसीव्ड और पेमेंट आर मेड, मेनली यूज बाय स्मॉल बिजनेस. नॉट एन एक्यूरेट पिक्चर आर दिस वन. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है? एक्यूरल वर्सेस कैश बेसिस. कैश रिसीव, कैश डिसबर्समेंट, इनकम. अब एक्यूरल बेसिस अकाउंटिंग क्या होता है? रेवेन्यू अर्न, एक्सपेंसेस इनकर्ड, इनकम, ये तीनों. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है? लाइबिलिटीज, सॉल्वेंसी, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी, मार्केट, ability to generate future revenue and meet long-term obligation, ability to generate positive market expectations, ability to meet short-term obligation and efficiently generate revenue, ability to provide financial rewards sufficient to attract and retain financing. Standard for comparisons. अब एक होता है आपके पास इंट्रा कंपनी, एक होता है कंपिटिटर्स, एक होता है इंडस्ट्री, एक होता है गाइडलाइन. टूल्स ऑफ एनालिसिस, हॉरिजॉन्टल एनालिसिस, कंपेयरिंग अ कंपनीज फाइनेंशियल कंडीशन एंड परफॉर्मेंस अक्रॉस टाइम. अब वर्टिकल एनालिसिस क्या होती है? कंपेयरिंग अ कंपनीज फाइनेंशियल कंडीशन एंड परफॉर्मेंस टू बेस अमाउंट, डिबेट रेशियो एंड इट्स पर्पस, टोटल लायबिलिटीज, टोटल एसेट्स. Measure of leverage varies from industry to industry but should be around 50%. Measure of liquidity, also called working capital ratio, total current assets, total current liabilities. Some successful companies have current ratio less than 1. Asset turnover and its purpose. Measure of company efficiency, sales divided by total assets. Set income, net income, sales, net income, owner's equity. Overall measure of performance, profit earned per rupee of investment. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है? The quick ratio tell us whether a company could pay all of its current liabilities if they due to immediately. We measure quiet ratio by quick ratio, current assets, inventories divided by current liabilities, cash plus receivables plus marketable securities divided by current liabilities. Debt management, liquidity, assets management, profitability, market trends. तो ये हमारे पास सबसे मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट होते हैं. करंट रेशो, यहाँ पे टूल्स एनालिसिस, स्टैंडर्ड फॉर कंपैरिजन, इंट्रा कंपनी, कंपटीटर्स, इंडस्ट्री, गाइडलाइंस, पर्पस एंड बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स, यहाँ पे क्या होता है, इंटरनल यूजर, एक्सटर्नल यूजर्स, इक्वेरल वर्स कैश बेसिस अकाउंटिंग, मैचिंग प्रिंसिपल, कास्ट एंड एक्सपेंसेस, revenues and expenses are recognized only when cash is received or payment are made, mainly used by a small business, not an accurate picture of true profitability. All costs and expenses incurred in generating a revenues must be recognized in the same reporting period as their related revenue. The purpose of matching expenses with recognized revenues determine the amount of net income reported on the income statement. Revenue recognitions. The earning process is substantially complete. Cash has either been collected or collection is reasonably assured. How to define accrual accounting? A system of accounting in which revenues and expenses are recorded as they are earned and incurred, not necessarily when cash is received or paid. Provide a more accurate picture of a company's profitability. Statement users can make more information judgments concerning the company's earning potential. Why use accrual accounting? GAAP, generally accepted accounting principle. The life of a business is divided into distinct and relatively short time periods so that the accounting information can be timely, generally 12 months or less. The going concern assumption in entirely will have continuously existing for the foreseeable future. Montes क्या होता है, monetary measurement concept. Accounts measure only those economic activity that can be measured in monetary term. Inflation measurement issues, externalities. Cost principle. All the transactions are recorded at historical cost. Historical cost is assumed to be represented the fair market value of the item at the date of the transaction because it reflects the actual use of resources by independent parties. Separate entity concept. Proprietorship, partnership, corporations. Separate entity concepts. Arm's length transaction, cost principle, monetary measurement concept, the going concept assumption. Summary of significant accounting policies. Additional information about the summary totals. Disclosure of the important information that is not recognized in the financial statement. Supplementary information required by the face or seek. The example company statement of the cash flow from the operating activities, cash flow from the investing activities, cash flow used by financing activities, building up pile of cash, operating cash flow or borrowed money, operating cash flow problem covered, rapid growth, shortfalls in operating cash, rapid growth, sales of fixed asset is financing, companies using reserves to finance cash flow shortage. यहाँ पे क्या स्टेटमेंट ऑफ कैश फ्लो, ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटीज, इन्वेस्टमेंट एक्टिविटीज, फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटीज, ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी, इन्वेस्टमेंट एक्टिविटी, फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटी, कैश फ्लो इन एंड आउट, ऑपरेटिंग, इन्वेस्टमेंट, फाइनेंशियल, ऑपरेटिंग, इन्वेस्टमेंट, इन्वेस्टिंग, फाइनेंसिंग. अब यहाँ पे आपके पास ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटीज, इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटीज, फाइनेंशियल एक्टिविटीज, ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी, इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटी, फाइनेंशियल एक्टिविटीज. Cash flow, sell goods or services, sell other assets or by borrowing, receive cash flow, investment by owners, pay operating expenses, repay loans, pay owners or return or investment. Main focus income statement was determining the net income profits of the firm for supporting its operating activity. The income statement ignores two other important business activity for the period: financing and investing activity. Statement of cash flow reports the amount of cash collected and paid out by company in operating. How did the company receive cash? How did the company use its cash? Net income, dividend paid ending retained earnings. Net income result, dividend result in sales, other revenue, total revenue, income tax, total expenses, revenues, assets, cash are operated, expenses, asset, cash are consumed through business operation, revenues, expenses, balance sheet limitation. Assets recorded at historical value, only recognized asset that can be expressed in monetary terms, owner's equity, economic equality. They distinguish between current and long-term assets. Long-term assets, liabilities, cash, accounts, lien, total assets, accounts payable, notes payable, owner's equity, assets, liabilities plus owner's equity, resources to use to generate revenue, creditors claims against resources, owners claims against resources. यहाँ पे आपके पास क्या होता है, द बैलेंस शीट समरी ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन ऑफ अ कंपनी एट अ पर्टिकुलर डेट, कैश अकाउंट, रिसीव्स, इन्वेंट्री, लैंड, बिल्डिंग आर द इक्विपमेंट इंटेंस. Balance sheet, income statement, statement of retained earning, statement of cash flow, preview financial statement answer basic question. What are the? Thank you.